Okay, guys, happy Tuesday. This is the last Dream Team chat of April. And all month long, we've been talking about team connection and how important that is. We've talked about Scentsy events, incentive trips, connecting with your team, right? We've talked about all the amazing ways to connect with within your Scentsy business and all the benefits that that has, specifically with your team. That's where we focused a lot this month. And right off an incentive trip, I am feeling so recharged and so excited for what's to come in my business. And I wanted to come here tonight with a little bit more tangible ways to work your business on the customer side. We've spent a lot of time talking about the team side, and I love my team. I love you guys so very much, but I do recognize that to have a successful business, my customers need to be very engaged in my business, and I need to be very engaged with my customers. And that is even when life is happening, even when vacations are happening or other obligations are happening. And so tonight I wanted to come chat with you guys about ways that you can engage and connect with your customers when you are busy, when you are on vacation, or when you have other obligations, because life happens, right? And so I want to just dive into this topic because it's something that is fresh on my mind. It's something I'm still kind of squaring away from being on vacation last week with Scentsy. And so all of this stuff has been in action in my personal business. And so I want to share with you what I did last week, and a little bit before that, leading up to going on vacation for a full week, right? Because remember, guys, we are our own boss, and I love that. I love the freedom that comes with that and the flexibility that comes with that. But with that also comes a huge responsibility to be disciplined and intentional. Right? Especially when we're taking time off. We don't have paid time off. We don't have like vacation days. And so this is something that we have to kind of create on our own. And we have to be really intentional about the ways that we do that. And so I kind of broke it down into 5 steps. And so if you are like a note taker, you might want to write down some of these steps. But before that, like, you have to recognize that being your own boss, like for me, Scentsy is my full-time job. I don't have a job outside of Scentsy. And so I rely on Scentsy to pay my bills, right? Enter income disclosure, because I'll post this on YouTube. I will enter that link in there. But Scentsy is a big, huge part of my livelihood. And so it's really important that I take the intentional time. And whether or not Scentsy is your full-time job, you still want your Scentsy business to be successful, and you still want to do really well. Tyson, they're going to see you. Okay, throw it away. He was like crawling on the floor. You still want to, whether or not Scentsy is your full-time job or not, you still want to be intentional about the way that you are working in your business. Girl, he's real cute, except he's naughty. So I hope that's the last time he makes his cameo appearance in my video, because I had a talk with them before, but it's fine. Here nor there. But like I was saying, is that regardless if Scentsy is your full-time business or not, we still have the obligation to our customers to be great consultants and to provide great customer service and to not ghost our customers for really any period of time, right? It's one thing that Brianna and I like to drill in, is that, like, we have to find our level of consistency, and consistency means we're not ghosting our customers. It means that we are showing up in a consistent level. And so that means even when life is happening and we have these obligations, and I don't just mean going on a vacation. We are entering the summer season and vacations are among us, and that's really exciting. But I also mean other obligations, like maybe you have family coming into town. Maybe someone in your family is sick and you are having to give your time over there. Maybe you're having a baby. Maybe you are in a season at your 9-to-5 job where you're working overtime and you don't have as much time in your Scentsy business. I'm talking about all of life's obligations, good or bad. Okay. We don't want to ghost our customers. We don't want to disappear for any extended amount of time. I would say for any amount of time. I think it's super important that we do find that level of consistency and we commit to it no matter what. So with that being said, this requires very intentional planning. Okay. This isn't something that you just wing, that you're just like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure it out as I go. I would highly encourage you to not do that. I feel like that's why we have such a great community, is that we can do trainings to prevent that from happening, right? When you know better, you do better. And so I want to encourage you to not wing it. Don't fly by the seat of your pants, and instead be an intentional planner. Okay. Um, Life can get busy really quickly, right? But when you have your focus right, you know that even when life is busy, that you need to focus over here a little bit, so then you can go tend to the busyness of your life. And so that's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I do when life gets busy. I've been through many, many seasons in my Scentsy journey, from going on fun vacations, having babies, separating from my husband, being a single mom, like all of these life events that were hard or busy or time consuming or distracting. And one thing is for dang sure is that Cincy was not something that I put on a back burner, because I recognize the amazing opportunity that Cincy has in my life and in my family's life. And so it's something that I was very intentional with planning, even when life got hard, even when life was busy, even when I was going in a million different directions. And so I want to share what I do in these instances with you guys, so then you guys can apply some or all of these tips to your own busy life, because we're all busy. We all have things going on. We all have tough or rough or exciting or distracting things happening in our life. As much as we might wish that our life is just flat and boring and the same all the time, like I know I do, like to me, boring is good. And so, while we may wish that, that is really not the way life works. And life is always throwing us curveballs. But if you have your focus set, you can still be wildly successful in your Scentsy business, even when things are crazy around you. Okay. So 5 steps to this. Okay. And these are not crazy, overwhelming. Something I always say is Scentsy work is simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. Okay. So if things feel too overcomplicated for you, that is a sign that you need to step back and simplify it so they don't feel that way. That way you can continue doing this in the long term. And then when you have people join your team, they can do it too, because again, it's simple. It's not something completely overwhelming. Okay. So my first step is to pre-plan the situation. Okay. You do this by front loading. Do this by plugging in things into your calendar before and after this event, right? Get your PRV situation figured out, right? Before you go on vacation or before you have this obligation, you are following up, right? Or you are booking a party on the front end of it, and then a week after when you get back, right? You are front loading your calendar to where you are still plugging things into your business. Okay. I think that's super important. Parties, events, boxes, right? Okay. Yes, Destiny. Yay. So glad that this could be helpful. Okay. Hopefully this is helpful for you. So pre-plan, schedule posts. I know for me, not last week, because last week I was on the cruise, but the week before that, when I was writing up my post for that week, instead of posting it that day, I would go ahead and schedule it for the next Wednesday instead, like Wax Wednesday or Warmer Wednesday, right? I would go ahead and schedule one post for the week for the Wednesday I was gone, right? Tip Tuesday, I would go ahead and write my Tip Tuesday for that day, but then I went ahead and I scheduled a Tip Tuesday for the next Tuesday when I was gone. Okay. Same for Showcase Saturday, Cincy Club Sunday, right? Having these themes to my days make it really easy when I'm scheduling posts, because all I did, so I was on a cruise, right? So it's like very Caribbean, beachy, tropical, right? So I just did a tropical theme all last week. So for Warmer Wednesday, I was showcasing tropical warmers. For Showcase Saturday, I was showcasing tropical things, right? Tip Tuesday, actually, I did Travel Tuesday. So I was showing the things that I was traveling with. So scheduling posts is a really great way to kind of get ahead of when you're gone. Okay. That way, posts are still dropping while you are having a baby, or you're on vacation, or you're traveling, or you're tending to your family. You still have things posting in your business, which I think is really important. And then emails. I sent an email the day before I left. Okay. And then I'm going to send one again this Friday, kind of recapping. And my emails have tons of call to action. If you want this, click here, shop here, click this, do this, like tons of different ways for them to interact. And so for me, I utilize emails like crazy in my business. And so that was one way that I was able to pre-plan and get out a bulk of information to my customers right before I left. Okay, so that was how I was just planning ahead of time. I was making sure my business was squared away before I even left. Okay, I was thinking ahead of time for what my business needed while I was gone. Okay, then tip two was to incentivize. I definitely think that incentivizing your customers is a great way to spoil them, to keep that customer service tip top, and to encourage them to support you. Okay. So, some ways that I did this last week, and I've done it in the past, is doing a mystery host party. So, anyone who orders under my mystery host party got entered to win the free and half off rewards. Okay. So, that worked really well. I ended up racking up $40 in free and half off credit. That's $400 in sales while I was gone. And so one of my customers won all of that free and half off Scentsy. And so I shared that in my email. I shared that in my customer group. I shared that when my customers were messaging me that I was doing a mystery host. And I think that helped a lot. I also incentivized like that they would get a free gift with their order. So I did this one-on-one communication in my emails, and then through one-on-one, just like communication with them through text messages, that they were going to get a free gift when they order. Here's the thing is like, I give everyone a free gift when they order all the time. Like that wasn't anything different. I do that with everyone. I send them a scent circle. But what I did do was on the last party that I closed, I got a ton of by the sea scent circles. So they're going to get a by the sea scent circle. And then I got some stickers, like Caribbean stickers, that I'm just going to put on the scent circle. And I feel like that's very simple. And it's a very obtainable, very low cost way to spoil my customers. And I get those scent circles with my free and half off credits. So I never, ever pay full price, like literally for anything Scentsy, I never pay full price. So I definitely incentivized them to order with the mystery host. I incentivized them to order to get a free gift. Okay. And then step three is themes. So we talked about this a little bit in the housewarming, how themes sell really well. Okay. So on Wednesday for Wax Wednesday, I was advertising island wax bars. There was one day that I was advertising drink wax bars with like pina colada cha-cha, paradise punch, right? And so themes work really well. And with that, I actually do monthly boxes every month. And so last week I announced my vacation box. And so I advertised it all week. I scheduled posts to drop all week for like Showcase Saturday, Thrifty Thursday, Feature Friday, another Showcase Saturday. I did box highlights where I highlighted past boxes so they can see kind of like what they're getting. I hyped up my vacation box. I let them know they would have some fun souvenirs in the boxes. And so I got some bracelets from Haiti. I got some bracelets from the Bahamas. I got some keychains from Jamaica, $1 each for all of them. So yes, I'd spent a little bit of out-of-pocket cost. So I had 10 boxes. So they're each getting one. So I spent $30 on souvenirs for my customers. Also, that's optional. You absolutely don't have to spend your money on your customers in that way. There has been seasons where I couldn't afford it or I wasn't going to do that, but I knew that my customers are who got me on that trip. And so I wanted to spoil those people who were opting into one of my vacation boxes. So I did get them some souvenirs. I highlighted that in the when I was talking about the box. And I think that kind of like really enticed them to support me. And so I feel like themes can help a lot. So like if you're having a new baby, you can highlight your new baby essentials, right? Your room spray, your jammy time wax, your like a night light warmer for the middle of the night changes and feedings, right? And you could even make a new baby box. I remember when I had Carson, I absolutely made a welcome home box for Carson, and I had a coupon in there for my customers who would do pickups. Like I didn't have to deliver orders, and instead they came to pick up their boxes. And so I gave them like a little coupon for like a free bar on their next order. And I did like a cute little picture of Carson on the box. And I did all of my favorite things like newborn nursery, jammy time. I think I did a nightlight warmer, right? And so, yes, babies are the best marketing ever. I know a few of you guys are pregnant or have new babies. Babies are the best marketing ever. And I tell you what, is your customers are so in tune to you right now. Like when you're pregnant, I feel like all eyes are on you. People are so nice to you. People are so invested in you. And I would use that to your advantage in your marketing and in your Scentsy business, right? Because people are wanting to support you. They feel happy when they support you because they know they are supporting a really great cause. And so, yeah, I tell you, my business was the most busy and most exciting when I was pregnant with Carson and right after I had him. And so I utilized that to my advantage, and I definitely shifted my marketing to like as a new mom or having a new baby. And so that is something I would absolutely recommend doing. Theme your life experiences into your customers, because again, this is a lifestyle brand, right? People are watching your life and the way that you fit Scentsy into it. So why not totally curate a box or a theme or a bundle or a showcase day, a day where you're showcasing. Doesn't even have to be you're making boxes. You could say it's showcase Saturday, new mom edition. And so you're showcasing the mini warmer and your jammy time and your room spray and your new cute baby snuggled up in a Scentsy blanket and a Scentsy buddy, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be the boxes, but creating themes around the events going on in your life are absolutely amazing. And April, I see that your question, I do not buy the products first. I advertise the box, get pre-orders, see how many I have, collect payments, and then I close the order. I really don't even figure out what I'm putting in the box till I see how many people want a box. And then I see, okay, I have this many people that will give me this much money to spend with host rewards, blah, blah, blah. And then I put it together and then I order it with their money. I absolutely never, ever, ever order products first and then sell them. Like, I just don't do that. I don't want to end up having a bunch of products that I'm not going to use, or that multiples of a product. So I absolutely advertise, collect money, and then close the order. The turnaround time is probably 2 weeks from the time I collect their order to when they get their boxes. I don't collect, or the time I collect their money. I don't collect their money. Like I collected all their money yesterday and I closed the box today. So they were all like opting into my box all week long while I was gone. And then yesterday I messaged everyone, collected all their payments, transferred it over to my account today, and closed the box today with their money. So hopefully that makes sense. But theming your things help so much. And that's with everything. I don't just mean vacation or babies. Okay. I'm talking with everything. I theme everything in my customer group. I do must have Monday, tip Tuesday, wax and warmer Wednesday, thrifty Thursday, fun Friday, or feature Friday, showcase Saturday. And I use Friday and Saturday to just showcase things that I want to do, like diffusers, wall fans, buddies, whatever. Right. And then I always do Scentsy Club Sunday. And then if we have Disney launches on Monday, instead of doing must have Monday, I'll do magical Monday, where I showcase like Disney or Pixar or whatever. Theming my days helps me so much to stay focused and to know exactly what I need to be working on. And what you focus on is what grows. And so I just want to encourage you that if you feel like you're running around with your head cut off, to really start thinking, how can I theme out my days? This is called scalable systems, right? That's the fancy name for it. And you can search on YouTube, Scentsy scalable systems, and you'll find really great trainings on this topic if it's something that interests you. But in general, making themes for your business is going to be super beneficial for you and your customers, because then they start to figure out what to expect, right? And then that builds that brand awareness and that trust awareness, which I think is so important. Okay. So that was tip 3. Tip 4 is work a little bit in the moment. And I don't mean be glued to your phone all the time. I don't mean, like walk away from the dinner table because you have to go make a post. Okay. I just mean that if it's in your everyday life, right? If you just had a baby and you're using your hand cream, snap a picture of the hand cream. So then later you can make a post about it, right? If you have your buddy clip with you on your beach bag at the beach, snap a picture of your buddy clip so you can make a post about it or throw it up in your stories, right? If your customer sends you a quick text message and if it's in the time frame that you can do a quick reply, send them a reply, right? Spend 5 or 10 minutes in the morning or at night scheduling out a post or replying to something, right? It doesn't take a lot of time to work your business, especially in seasons where you're busy and you have things going on or you want to be in the moment, right? Totally okay. But 5 or 10 minutes for your business is a very small amount of time to give you really big results. And so, again, it just goes back to not ghosting your customers, remaining a good consultant with customer service. And it can be at a minimal level for when you're busy or have things going on. But I think it is important to spend some part of your day, even if it's 1% of your day, being in the moment for your Scentsy business. And so, that can look different every day. That can look different depending on the situations. But I know for me, no, Jason, go. I know for me, last week when I was on the cruise, I absolutely did take a few minutes in the morning to take a picture of my wall fan plugged in the cruise, my mini fan plugged in at the vanity, my Scentsy buddy sitting on the bed, right? And then at night when I went up to bed and I was watching the terrible TV, cruises don't have very good TV shows. And I know you're on a cruise, there's a million things to do, but I love chilling in my bed. And so in that time, I just spent 5 to 10 minutes just scheduling out a few posts for the next day or 2 or 3, right? I kind of spread it out. Additionally, what I did was I shared pictures of my adventures, right? Like, I'm in Jamaica one day. And so that night I'm scheduling my good morning post with a few pictures from Jamaica, right? Telling them we had so much fun, right? Just keeping them engaged, keeping them part of your journey, right? Again, it just speaks to that authenticity of building your own lifestyle brand, being the face of your business. And I think that when you can spend a few minutes being in the moment with your business, it goes a long way. Okay. And if it's not something that you can do every day, every other day, right? Because maybe you have post scheduled and you front loaded and you have your business working for you behind the scenes, then that's great. Absolutely. If you need to take a day or two off, take a day or two off. Like that is completely fine. But if you have a few extra minutes to be in the moment in your business, I want to really encourage you to do that and spend that time connecting because I think that's super important. And then my last tip for this, and Jason, you need to stop. Okay. My last tip for working your business and the busyness of your life is gratitude. Okay. Gratitude, reminders, and the join opportunity. I feel like all of this kind of envelopes really well together. Because we should always be sharing how thankful we are for our customers. Without our customers, we would not have a business. Your customers are the heartbeat to your business. Without your customers, you would not be doing what you do. Okay. In any capacity, you wouldn't be getting your free and half off Scentsy. You wouldn't be paying for bills. You wouldn't be able to be a Scentsy consultant without your customers. And so at least on a weekly basis, I really want to encourage you guys to make a post of gratitude, whether it's a selfie or a picture of your family or it doesn't have to, the picture part doesn't matter, but the sentiment of saying thank you matters so much. I did it last week, probably every single day. I thanked them so deeply for their love, for their support, for their help, for believing in me, for trusting in me, for helping me earn the trip, right? Every single day I thanked them because it goes such a long way. When you remind people why they shop with you and that the fact that them shopping with you makes a direct difference in your life, that makes your customers feel so connected to you. That makes them feel so good to be supporting you. It makes them want to continue to support you. And in fact, it makes them want to refer people to you. Okay. So I just want you guys all to know how important that is. Whether or not you are dealing with the craziness of life or not, it's just a traditional day or week. Gratitude is so, so important. Okay. Like, it's everything. Your customers are the heartbeat of your business. And so you need to tell them thank you and that you love them and that you see that their support, um, show them that it's making a difference by simply telling them. Okay. I tell my customers all the time how thankful I am for them. Okay. At least once a week, I really share my heart with them and let them know how thankful I am. So I think that's very important. I also think it's very important in these busy moments of your life to remember that you can be building a team. You can be building your business by recruiting people in these times, because guess what? You're not the only one who has a busy life. You're not the only one who just had a baby or who's going to have a baby. You're not the only one who works a full-time job. You're not the only one on vacation, right? And so when you can share the way that Scentsy is blessing your life in the midst of being crazy, your life being crazy or busy, that is so attractive to people. And I tell you, my algorithm last week being on vacation was sky high. You know why? Because people were watching. People were watching my vacation. People were watching what I was posting. People were interacting so much with me last week on everything, on Instagram, on Facebook, and my customer group. And so I absolutely used those eyes on my business for the chance to plant those seeds for join conversations. Probably 3 times last week, maybe even more. I posted in my customer group about the join opportunity. I did it on my Instagram page as well. And I did have people message me and have conversations about joining. And so I just want you guys to know that people are watching your business. People are watching the way that you work. People are watching the brand that you're developing, and they may not be interacting. They may not be purchasing, but I promise you that there are eyes on your business. And so this is why it's so important to share consistently, to make it a lifestyle brand for yourself, and to share your heart with them, right? So whether it be why you love it, what it's doing for you, how thankful you are for it, the perks, big and small, people are watching, and that is attractive to people because people are looking for different new opportunities and experiences all the time, right? And I'm not saying it's something that's going to happen overnight, but it is planting seeds that are going to bloom into something really amazing. And so I just want to encourage you guys that in the midst of your busyness or your distraction or things like that, find ways to fit Scentsy into that, and give gratitude and offer the opportunity in the midst of that, because people are watching, and in fact they might be watching even more regularly than they would if it's just like a traditional week for you. Okay. So I want to really encourage you to share your gratitude and offer the opportunity on a regular basis during this time. I remember when I had Carson when he was a newborn, I recruited 8 people the month that he was born, simply because people were just watching my business so much. And I did offer that opportunity. I think that they saw me working my business and living and loving the Scentsy life with a newborn. I think that was really attractive to them. And in fact, also to speak to my Scentsy vacations, I've almost always recruited someone while I was on vacation, a Scentsy vacation, because they're watching and they see, and their eyes are open to the possibilities and the opportunity. And so, and then when you sandwich that with an opportunity or an invitation, that's really attractive. And so I want to encourage you guys to don't stray away from team building just because you're busy. Busy people make amazing consultants. Busy people make amazing leaders, especially when you've got that consistency thing figured out. And so I want to encourage that for you guys. And so my call to action with all of this, those are my 5 tips for working your business when life gets busy, when you've got obligations. My call to action is to use this formula in the next 30 days. It doesn't just have to be vacation or having a baby or working overtime. You can use this with anything. You can say, okay, like I'm going to theme May all about parents, mothers and fathers. And so I'm going to theme everything around that, right? Or you could do it a week at a time. Like I'm going to theme all of the first week of May for teachers or parents or my lifestyle, my favorites, right? You have a birthday coming up, theme your week for your birthday. You and make your post accordingly, right? You can use this whole formula for pretty much any time in your business. Okay. So step one, pre-plan. We're doing that right now. We're about to step into May. It is time to front load. It's time to plug things in. It's time to figure out what you're going to do. Okay. Step two, incentivize. Create a mystery host, right? Speak one-on-one to your customers and tell them they'll get a free scent circle when they order. They send with one stamp in the mail. Okay. You can get them with your host rewards. Okay. Theme some things. I could talk about themes all day long. Be in the moment, which means spend just 5 to 10 minutes a day working in your business for that day. Okay. It's minimal, but makes a big impact. And then 5, share your gratitude and join opportunities on a regular basis. I feel like this is something that you can absolutely do anytime of your business, but especially when things are busy. I find it to be super helpful. So hopefully these 5 tips have been helpful for you.